What is up, guys? It's your boy Nathan, and we are back with a chill stream. First one of the international break. And we have a new content creator in our midst, at least new to the channel, I should say. Dhruv, welcome.
Thank you so much, Nathan. It's an honor to stream with you. I never thought
It's
you would
an
invite me on your channel, bro. The first time when I saw Nathan, I was like, bro, this is never gonna happen. Like, what is this guy all about? So much IQ, and here I am rage baiting on everything.
thank you. I wouldn't go that far, but do put it on the thing. No, okay, wait. Actually, wait 1 minute. You sent me something, right?
I'll
Yeah.
put
So
it on.
today's chill stream is just going to be an introductory. So I'm wait. What did I just do? I'm doing this thing especially during the international break because there's so much time to basically introduce new content creators to channel because I have been told that's what I'm supposed to do. So I'm doing it by the very great Mohawk. So so that's what I'm starting to do these days. Little name drop there. So I mean, I'm sure we will talk about United at some point of time, which I have, quite frankly, absolutely no interest in doing this week. But unfortunately, as you know, Dhruv, we can't get away from these people. So but there's nothing else to say, I
Dude,
suppose.
I wake up one day and Axel Tuanzebe has sued us. I wake up the next day, there are rumors about a sexual harassment lawsuit in 1980s. And then you wake up next day, there will be something else. So I think this club is meant for content, man. This is a content club. This is not a football club.
One way of looking at it. But okay. Yeah, I mean, like you said, yeah, it is. We seem to, no matter who's in charge, who are the players, who is running the club, it seems that we cannot avoid this. We cannot stay out of the news to save our lives. And today is a great example. So, yes. Hello, Dave. Hello, Ishan. Ishan is, I believe, what's the time now? I believe
Yeah,
Ishan's going to be at a wedding in a couple of hours.
yeah, bro. He's in Delhi. He's not meeting me, but yeah.
No, United to ruin the weekend for you, Julian. See, even Julian gets it. See, people who don't support United will understand this week is an off for us. That's why Ronaldo is also a content creator.
Yeah, man.
Let's not go there.
He,
That he's
bro,
also
he's very
does the
serious.
damage to us. He
You know,
does damage to us from the
he's
outside.
very serious about World Cup not being his dream because apparently he got a red card, which will make sure he misses the first game of the World Cup for Portugal.
Wait, they have international breaks. They have international friendlies
This
in
just
March.
one after that. This is a World Cup qualifier, not an international friendly. So
Wait, but
after the World
international red cards are the same, right? Whether it's
No,
a
so
friendly or not.
apparently that's the rumor. Like he'll miss one match because he took it in a World Cup qualifier. Now he'll miss that game. Apparently, it doesn't work like the Premier League that of you can take like you can take a match off in
Carabao
FA
Cup,
Cup or
FA Cup.
Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That I did not know. Uh, you know, but I mean, I don't want to start that, but did you see Diego Dallo's performance?
no, bro, I didn't. I didn't watch anything. I just saw there is no.
I'm telling you, if I put the heat map, no, if I put the heat map and I store the stats like I did last week, I think no, my case will be made. Finally, I because we were live, right? So we didn't watch the game yesterday. We were live on Lala's channel. So I was like, okay, yeah, they lost 2-0. I saw some donkey go 2-0 Portugal, Ireland, Dallo left back, lol. I won't take whose name it was, but and then I said, oh, here we go, a chance to troll him. And then I saw the heat map and the stats, and then that same man last week said Dogu's 100 times better than Dallo. And then I thought to myself, the agenda is in. There is no way to reverse it. Very simple.
But
There is no.
but Portugal missed Bruno Fernandes, Nathan. No
Did
Bruno
they?
Fernandes.
But
Yeah,
no, yeah. What are you talking about? They don't need Bruno Fernandes. They got
of
Bernardo
course.
Silva. They need
Of
Bernardo
course.
Silva, dude.
That's what I'm saying. No one needs Bruno Fernandes. Even United doesn't need Bruno Fernandes. He should be sold, bro,
Yeah,
immediately. That's the
five
agenda, right?
assists, 5 assists from the middle of the pitch, dude. I wonder how
Just
many players in the
casually,
Premier League has that.
casually being the second highest rated player in the league after 11 games. But who needs him?
Sofa score, no? That is not a
Yeah.
United fan channel, I assume.
Yeah.
Uh,
So far,
See,
so
remember, I told you, dude, my this happens. I get blurred
what?
out on StreamYard. I do OBS all the time, no issues. It's only so StreamYard is basically bugging the free system, I believe. I'm agreeing. I'm starting to see what content creators are saying. I'm good, Ayushman. I'm good. Your camera's sort yeah. Can't do anything about that. But guys, before we get any further, pinned in the chat is Dhruv's Instagram channel. While he's new to YouTube, he's not really new to Instagram. So get him to 8,000 subs. Make up for all the followers. Make up for all the followers I don't have on Instagram, please, by following him.
Just 30 away from 8,000. Let's go.
There we go. Catching up with the greats of the game, of the content creation game, at least for now. Nathan
For
seems
now.
hazy. Yeah, man. I've been hazy, dude. England won yesterday, though. Thank God.
And
Bloody
apparently, we were on
donkey.
a stream where someone predicted England is going to win the World Cup.
Who?
That was hot take. Ash.
Ash, no?
Yeah.
I'm staying out of that, dude. I don't want to participate in that conversation. I don't want to jinx it. Bernardo Silva and Ruben Diaz are system players. That's why they won't work. See, this, no, Aryan, this is precisely, why I can't deal with football anymore. Nathan seems cocky as well. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I never made any statement about anybody winning a World Cup. All I said was that Germany is going to get grouped.
But why would you say that, Nathan? You don't believe in Nagelsmann?
Pass. Thank you. Dhruv Rathi, no, but apparently I've been told he's ruined the name Dhruv for a lot of people. I don't know
Yeah, bro.
how much I agree with that personally, but I really liked her reel on Sam Kerr. She's so good, but no one talks about her.
Yeah,
Dude,
bro.
you
I
watch.
Julian.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold on. Hold on. You watch women's at WSL?
no. So about Sam Kerr, it is because I was in Australia and she was a very big name there. So I
Okay.
got to watch women's football
Got it.
during that period
Being
because
a
there
being
was
a
the
clout
World Cup.
merchant. I like
Yeah,
that.
there
I
was a
like
there
that.
was a there was a World Cup, so we were watching that. It was a World Cup or European qualify. I don't even remember what it was, but Australia went deep into
Yeah.
that competition, and like everyone was celebrating that form of Matildas. Like they were playing very good. They were on the verge of winning it, but somehow lost it. So Sam Kerr came into my brain through that system, and then I have always kept my tabs on her. But the thing is, she was out for 692 days, Nathan, due to ACL injury. Last time she played was in December 2023, and
You're
she
a bit of
comes
a
back.
fraud, but I have to say, I'm a little
Why?
disappointed in you. We didn't
Why,
get a
bro?
we didn't get a reel on our girl Jade Riviere yesterday, man. And they
Yeah, I know.
absolutely clattered PSG, baby.
You
They
know what,
absolutely
I
clattered
was
them.
I was actually thinking now I should get into making some content on women's
I know
football, but
I know some WSL content creators on YouTube if you're interested, genuinely.
yeah, but that for that I need to watch that as well, right? I need to get into that game.
Out where
I
do you
can't
get it?
just
Fan
make,
code?
yeah,
Fan code?
fan code, but I just can't, like, I just can't make content without knowing what's the concept. Just for Sam Kerr, I knew it was 692 days, and all I said, it's a big thing, like coming back, scoring a brace, because a lot of male players won't be able to do it that easily. So why don't you give flowers to her as well, where
Oh,
it is
she's
like,
brilliant. Bro,
yeah,
listen. I'll give you the updates since you don't watch WSL. And
yeah,
I believe Julian can back up my statement if he does watch WSL. Sam Kerr is easily the reason why Manchester United don't have two FA Cups and three English league titles. About 3 years ago, we went to the finals with them and we lost of the FA Cup and lost on by 2 points. And you know where those 2 points came up? I believe we played them with 3 games to spare. And guess who scored?
Sam Kerr, of course.
But dude, our team this year, Jade Riviere from Canada, Leticia, the center back, and left back, baby. You have to keep a real close eye. We got the Femini Champions League winner, Fridolina Rolfo, playing for us. And of course, someone we are very fond of, Melvin Mallard, who's up front for Manchester United.
See, the
Used to
issue
be a
is,
WSL before we got
I
us the
know,
penalty spot.
yeah, I know, like we are doing well in WSL. Even Chelsea is just one game away from creating a record of 34 games unbeaten or something like that. But I wholeheartedly don't. I know like very few players, maximum 5 players from women's football. So I don't want to be like that. I just want. I liked
No,
the story. That's why I made the
track.
rule.
I keep track because as you know, I follow Alonis and
Yeah,
I just looks at SofaScore. I'm not doing anything special, but
yeah.
I like to keep a track and see what they're doing. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but Ama scored last week, so that was also great. And Collier's come back from injury. He got about 5 minutes of game time again, so that's great. Um,
Nice, absolutely nice.
Vitek is doing well at Bristol City. Oh, the did you hear the Vitek's eyeing coming back? Apparently, the
Yeah, yeah.
goalkeeper
I
from
I
Milan.
heard,
Bro,
bro.
I've
I
been
saw.
wanting these people to keep Vitek from the beginning of the season, and I'm
I
so
heard it,
happy I read
and
that.
Vitek wanting it is like he wants to compete for that. I think that is exactly what we need. Lamens and
But that
Vitek
is what Alvaro
fighting.
Fernandez said. Alvaro Fernandez
Yeah,
said the same thing when he was at Benfica before, and we thought we are going to get him back. He said the same thing. Then we sold him to Madrid.
yeah,
He
but
didn't answer my
we didn't.
question.
We didn't sell him to Madrid. By we didn't sell him to Madrid.
No, I mean we gave up the rights to keep him,
Yeah, we gave
basically,
the
right?
right. We
Yeah.
gave up the rights. We didn't want him back, but apparently we
You
wanted
heard
Dorgu.
you heard what the what is it? The scout said about Alvaro Fernandez.
No, what did they say?
We should have never sold him. I don't understand why we sold him. He's going to be one of the best left backs in the future.
But that is a fact, right?
No, no, it's not a fact. No, that idiot bought Malasia and sent him
No,
on loan to
yeah,
Spain.
but that's a fact. Like everybody knew it before
That
Alvaro was even coming.
hurt
We knew
so badly.
we had a left back, and then Eric Ten Hag comes in and destroys our club.
Absolutely. Some people think Jose Mourinho can help Portugal win the World Cup. Why? By the way, dude, we will do an intro. I'll just get through this question because then please introduce yourself in more detail. Come on.
No, bro. This is
Why?
not. You didn't tell me this was an interview, bro. I would have
No, no, this
prepared.
is but this is getting to know the content creator. No, I have to do it at some point of time, right? Normally we do it at the beginning, but because you and me have been on stream, no, I
See,
forgot to intro you.
Lavanya Dhiman is actually had made a great point here. कुछ deep बातें कर लो, फुटबॉल तो चलता रहेगा.
I will get to that. I will answer that question, Lavanya. It's a great point. But this one first.
What are your thoughts?
See, first of all, Ayushman, I don't appreciate you calling him Jose Mourinho. He will forever be Trophy Mourinho. And I mean, they think he can win the World Cup in 2026 because Martinez is an absolute bum. So any coach will do better than Roberto Martinez. The man won an FA Cup ages ago, and he's been living on that ever since, dude. And I'm really fed up of that nonsense as well, I might add.
Bro,
At
but
least
I
Glasner
don't
won a European Cup before winning an FA Cup. So at least
I
he has
don't
something to stand on.
I don't really think that like they'll sack Martinez first of all. That's a big thing. You can't just sack a manager before the World Cup
He's another
because if
woke donkey.
yeah, anything goes wrong, then it'll be blamed that you have sacked the manager. And if they like somehow win the World Cup, that'll be the greatest thing ever that you sacked the manager at the right point. It's a very like huge risk. So I really don't think they'll sack the manager. But I don't feel Jose Mourinho can help Portugal win the World Cup. I don't think it's
I
only
think he
Portugal
can
can.
definitely. I think he can definitely get it better out of the Portugal team. I
Of
don't
course,
think anyone would
better,
deny that.
100%, 100%.
Yeah.
But I don't think there is any manager in the world who will be like, we know for sure that this manager can go and win the World Cup with Portugal. Except Zidane, maybe.
Bro, this Zidane thing, I'm not buying. Yeah, see, I don't want to get in trouble. Leave it.
Yeah,
That was yesterday's stream. That was
yeah.
yesterday's stream. I don't want to participate today. Yesterday's stream would be a good day for that. But yeah, so finally streaming. Plymouth is saying finally streaming at a time I'm awake.
Plymouth,
Uh,
how's Sydney? Tell us how Sydney.
if I
If
remember
Manchester
correctly,
United,
he's enjoying it at the moment.
if Manchester United finish in top 4 or 5 this season, but next season they don't maintain top 4, and if United guy for Conference League or Europa League, they fight for top 4. By cab, what?
So if
I lost
Manchester
you.
United finish in the top 4 or 5 this season, but next season they don't maintain top four. Or if United qualify for the Conference League or Europa League and fight for top four next season, I
So
assume Arsalan is basically asking which would you prefer.
I have been always telling this. I want United to qualify for Conference League. Give time to youngsters next season in the Conference League, and then next to next season we start actually competing. By then we'll have a full squad and everything. I don't think if we qualify for Champions League this season, I still won't feel like we have a full squad ready to compete in Champions League and in Premier League. I would give up European football for 3 years if it guarantees me a regular competition in the league, like we are competing for the title in the league.
3 years?
I'll give up for 3 years. I don't care about 3 years of European football if you are telling me that we are competing for the title for our next decade, and competing and winning, bro, like not just like Arsenal, we are also winning there. That's what I meant.
I don't
Skiller,
know. I don't know. I don't know how comfortable I am with that, with doing that myself personally. But I hear you. It's an interesting thought. I don't know if I actually want to do that personally, but okay, okay, fair enough. Athenia is the goat. Look at this guy, thirsty boy. Behave yourself, Arnab.
can we
Can we
call
call
back
back
with
Vitek in January? The I don't believe there is an option to call him back, bro.
Well,
Unless they are.
apparently United are considering calling back Jadon Sancho and selling him in January.
Don't bother. For what? Just let him go now on the free. Why are they dragging us into this mess some more? Yeah, I'm really fed up. They keep dragging us to do more rubbish every single time. Seriously, I'm actually fed up. Like, just let him go now. What else do you want? Like, how much more you'll want to complain about a person? Just move it, nah. Lavanya, okay, so I'm just going to let you know now, and I hope everybody joins in. At some point of the week, next week, I'm going to do a Movember stream. And I'm doing a Movember stream. I don't know if I'll have anybody on simply because I don't want to talk about football. If people want to join, I will see. But I am technically going to, as of now, do it alone, and I just want to hear you guys talk about it. Um, I didn't realize if I don't know if I can say it without us getting some kind of trouble on YouTube, but I didn't know how many young men take their lives every year. And in certain countries it's really high, and it's at a young age group as well. So some point next week we will be doing a Movember stream. On Monday I will put the stream schedule out because I want to continue this, getting new content creators on board as well, just to have a chat with them like this today. So I don't really know which day I'm going to do it, but we will definitely do it next week. It's very important to me. I in fact already have the thumbnail ready, because it was something I planned on doing definitely before football started. So thank you for asking that question. I think it is very important this month. And, I mean, I would keep only the mustache, but I don't want to know how I look like that, the Movember logo, but I don't really want to do that. But yeah, definitely next week we'll do something. Can surely do better than him. I mean, I don't think anyone's questioning that. Julian, by the way, is a Chelsea fan. The biggest Mourinho fan, by the way. Again, did you see the Harry Amas goal? It was fantastic.
Yeah,
Did
but
you
it
did you
was
see
good.
the goal? You saw the goal
Yeah, it was good.
in Iran. Okay, yeah. While I'll just look through these. I'll highlight them. Please give us an introduction, dude. Give us. Oh, I'll tell you what to talk about. Where you're from, what you do, how and when you got into content creation. Let's start with that. Let's just keep it simple.
Hello guys. Should I start with hello guys, Nathan?
Yeah, yeah. Whatever. Yeah. However you want to discuss.
So yeah, hello guys. So I have been making content since January 2025. So it's been like almost 10 months now. So I was in Australia back then. I was working for a financial consultant as a for a financial consultancy as a financial consultant. Still doing the same job, just doing it from India because my company wanted a back end here. So I'm heading that right now. But so when I came to India, I made this setup. Back in Australia, I used to just make reels with a green screen because I didn't have a proper setup there, and that was one reason. And since Plymouth is there, you must know like the timings are way off, 5.5 hours ahead of you guys right now. So if I have to stream right now, it's like already 12:30. So back there also, when I used to put my reels, I used to make sure it is going at a time. Let's say I am around 9:30 there, so that this reel comes out at 4 in Indian time because my audience was Indian. So it was a hectic time as a content creator. But when I was in Australia, I almost had 4K followers over Insta. I was doing well. My cricket reels were doing well. I got to know a lot of content creators by then. But when I came in India, I actually met a lot of content creators face to face. So that was a life changing experience, to be honest, because you're building a community, and there are people who will judge you for it. Then there are people who won't judge you for it. Then there are just people who exist to stream, like they're like, aja bhai, let's just stream, and they just want to talk. So that's a great community as well. So I'm right now trying to find my balance between YouTube, Instagram, because I was discussing this with Nathan off stream, that YouTube, of course, monetization and everything works, but building a brand, it only happens when you are actually very followable on Instagram, and you have that core retention, you have that views and everything. So it's a quick way to go up, but YouTube is a longer way to sustain. So trying to find a balance between that. And apart from these two, I also make content on Bollywood sometimes, and I love Bollywood, and we are doing a Bollywood stream soon. Same about WWE. So I think there's a lot of people in India who follow cricket, football, Bollywood, WWE, and all of them coming together. The conversations are totally different. Like yesterday only, I was on a stream with Piyush, and we started discussing about John Cena, how it's his final tour, and apparently I've been a big fan of him, and he is retiring on my birthday. So that's a very like emotional moment
Wait,
for everyone.
You're a December baby?
Yeah.
Shit, so am I.
What date?
Third.
I'm 13th.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
So that's again, and yeah, bro, Lavanya, I have watched the Bastards of Bollywood as well. Nice show, nice concept. Like fuck all ending, mind fucked. But yeah. So that's about me. Do follow me on Instagram and YouTube, but on YouTube only if you want to see my content, not for the numbers. That's what I say. Jugal, I'm not an
Uh,
MBA. I did masters in advanced finance from Monash, Australia.
and his link is the pinned chat above, guys, in the chat. Why is United giving us a 1 a.m. match without UCL? I don't get it either, Nirvan. Like
Oh, that
it's
is
absolutely
fuck
inexcusable.
all.
We are not in Europe. The FA Cup matches are going to be 3 weeks later, and I think we have 3 games in a row, if I'm not, or 3 games next month at 1 a.m. I don't get it. I don't really get it at all, to be honest. Jadon Sancho should look himself in the mirror and go F yourself. Don't think that's gonna. Like I told you, dude, here's the answer to your question because I asked Plymouth himself the other day
Hmm.
and he did say this to me as well. It's going well there. He's saying the Australian people are very nice to him and helping him out get
It
settled.
is
So
always the
that is.
case, bro.
No,
Australian people are top
The
notch.
Aussies are like white Goan people, dude. Because I have cousins in Australia. We get along very well. They're so much
They're
younger than me,
top
but
notch.
they're real
Enjoy the
super smart.
coffee, enjoy the weather, Plymouth, especially the
Exactly.
coffee
Same.
and the quality of.
Don't go out back. Look for bugs everywhere you go, and you'll be fine. Simple.
Yeah, but if you're living in city, there won't be any
Yeah.
bugs. But
Exactly.
if you are a little in suburb, you
Out
might
back.
see it. But what do I was enjoy if you are a non-vegetarian, and I'm assuming you are one. Enjoy the meat.
Yeah, we leave it at that. You can have Mogbai did a similar stream a few months ago. Pretty. Listen, man. It's not about the guests. right? So the reason I'm not sure about calling people bro is because I want you guys to tell me about your stuff. I don't really want to talk about myself, right? Because normally it's always, the content creators at the center of it, right? The watch along, the views, the reviews, the reactions, whatever, right? And I wanted to be you guys who talk to me, but I don't know how I'm going to do it if I'm being honest with you, because I don't want it to be a stream where we talk about football. I just don't want to talk about football at all that day. I don't care who you support. I don't care what you pray, who you pray to, what you pray to who you pray to. I just want you to tell me about any struggles you've had and how's it going so far. That's it. That's what it's about. It's not really about anything else. It's almost like I'm a random content creator on that stream. We don't do football that day at all, or any sport for that matter. I don't know. I don't know if Dhruv agrees with me, but I feel like we don't speak about it enough because we are not supposed to, depending on
I
which
think
generation of people you
it's
are.
not
But
that we are not supposed to. We just don't speak on it enough.
we don't want to be called out by other people, that we have chinks
That's
in the
not the
armor.
case. That's not the case, bro. I think we just don't speak about it enough. That's the case.
Plymouth's talking about Sancho. See, Plymouth, the issue is not about whether he's a good player or not. And I'll give you a really good example. I find myself telling people, giving examples in stories these days as Ash likes to make fun of me. But, um, you know, everyone says Paul Pogba was one of our greatest youth academy players, right? A greatest player that's come out of the youth academy. If you go ask Paul Pogba, who's the greatest player he played with at United, you know who he tells you? He tells you it's a name by you might have not heard of it, Plymouth, but it's a name that called Ravel Morrison. And he told you Ravel Morrison was on his day 10 times the player I was. The thing is, he had no discipline. He couldn't keep it together. He would get in trouble. So why am I using Ravel Morrison as an example? It's because you can settle down in one place because there is a structure and you cannot get out of the structure. And then when you come back to England and you're part of the biggest club in England, and you get all that hype, and a lot of people want you to build your brand because that helps the football club's brand as well. And then you start losing control real quick. I think another good example would be Jesse Lingard. You know, at some point of time, it just became too much. And the brand J Lings, emblems, YouTube video channels. So it's not about if he's a good. Fans hate him too much because there is just not enough discipline. There is just not. And when you have talent and it doesn't is not met with discipline, it becomes a waste. And that is why I use Ravel Morrison as an example. But yeah. I'm from Ghana. He's not from Ghana. He's bloody from Calcutta. This nub. My wife left me after the 2022 UCL final. Currently, I'm jobless and I support Man United. I don't want to participate. I don't know what this is. I don't know what
Why,
this
bhai?
question is. I
Kidhar,
don't know
bhai?
what. Am I? Are we supposed to guess? You have
I
highlighted.
am
Are we
from
supposed to guess who
Ghana.
this is?
I have a
Ghana.
family. My wife left me after 2022 UCL final. Currently, I'm jobless and I support Man United.
Ghana. I'm from Ghana.
2022
2022
UCL
UCL.
फाइनल में कौन खेला था?
Wasn't it Ona? Oh, fuck, it's Onana,
It's
isn't it?
Onana.
No, but
But
he's
he's not from
Cameroonian.
Ghana.
That makes no
He's not
sense.
he's not from Ghana, bro. And he is not jobless. He
Well,
does, he's not good at his job. That's a different thing, but he's not jobless.
uh, how do you
By
manage your time?
defective by that is because I work on Australian time, being in India. So I start 4:30 in the morning, work till 12:31, and then I sleep, go to the gym, and then I have all the evening with me to make content, be on streams, and then I try to sleep by 10:30, 11. So I have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning again. So yeah, works well for me. Sometimes it doesn't.
Um, enjoy the meat. Speak in Australian accent. Can you do one?
Not really, but it's like they have specific words. You pick up those words, and when you go to Australia, like Instead of saying good morning, you would say "G'day mate." Have this like there's different names of coffees there. You don't call that, there's a big like short black, long black. That's how they describe their coffees there. There's no certain things, and then they call their afternoon avo for some reason.
For me, Pogba is nothing but a pathetic effing drug addict junkie. Oh, Jesus.
No, bro, that is
At least someone got it. Yes, we understood arithmetic progression, Blanco Bin. We got it. Blanco Bin's
one.
on December 22. So,
CM Punk has a good point.
so did your wife leave you because you support?
Actually, wives don't leave when you support Manchester United because you are loyal as fuck after being disappointed throughout your life.
What does he call himself? Content creator extraordinaire. What he calls himself.
Okay, bhai, financial consultant. I just said Mystic bhai.
Yeah. Okay, so I have caught up with the chat. Thank you, Rhythm. By the way, Rhythm is the one who made the thumbnail, which is going to come up soon. Big shout out to him. Very busy man, but he helps me out here and there, which I appreciate. So it's a twofold. So I'll read it quickly. By the way, regarding WWE, what the f is happening with LA Knight? He's getting punished, buried just because he holds a sign which was anti-USO. Like Triple H clearly has some favorites. At least Vince finished some stories. And here, Triple H is just prolonging and stretching it too much. Apparently, he forgot about the theory face turn and man, Randy, so much potential with the heel turn. But every time we hope Randy just vanishes. Regarding Randy Orton, I'm pretty sure it's already been mentioned that he will not be on a full time schedule. So maybe that is partly the issue there. What do you
That's
think? What do you think?
Bro, I think it's about time. We have been seeing Randy Orton, John Cena, The Rock, Brock Lesnar, all these people from 2005, man. It's 2025. It's been 20 years. They also need to move on with their lives, and that's why I like John Cena because he's doing this tour. And for the fact I know, once he's done, he won't be coming back. With every other wrestler, I'm like they'll come back. What is this retirement? But yeah, with it's time they also pass the baton to someone else and eventually move out of WWE. Randy Orton,
I
same thing.
agree.
I love Randy Orton, but like it's time, bro. Like it's time. Even when Ric Flair's time came, I think he was too old for that match against Shawn Michaels, man. I don't want John Cena. I don't want to see John Cena in fucking white hair, white beard, fighting when he can't do it. So it's a good decision. Move on. You have to move on. It's us fan who feel nostalgic and keep on watching them. We want to watch them win, but that's not how it is.
I think the problem with LA Knight is you know what you're saying that right, but there a bro makes a great point. He is not pushing. He is not pushing clearly people that are over in the company, and he's holding on. I've said they are not churning out stars like they used to. The initial first 5-6 years of NXT and the next 5-6 years of NXT, it's not a apples to oranges ratio. I feel like there are few stars coming out. I'm so happy Dragonov's back because Dragonov brings that European style, physical kind of wrestling. And as people know, I at the beginning of the year I said which two people from the draft of NXT is going to do well. I said Braun Breaker and Dragonov. Fortunately, Dragonov got injured, but he came back. They put the belt on him. Terrible neck tattoo, I have to admit. Terrible neck tattoo, but I was very excited. Dragonov's back. But the thing is, I was talking about this with Bro and other people that day. Aditya, who also watches wrestling. Um, the problem for me is that there is a over dependency on these 40-year-olds,
Yeah.
and it's done by choice because there are clearly people they can put over. They can put Penta over. They can put, and I'll say one thing: the NXT audience are proper ride or die. They sing the songs, they know the chants, they know everything. So I think I think they are in a really tough spot here, and I think the reason they rely on these older talent is because they're kind of well.
Yeah,
Um,
the main one of the main reasons they rely on them is because of the personal branding as well. Like we as a audience would are supposed to watch the match because John Cena is fighting. I won't be getting up at 4 or 5 watching new guys battle it out because I don't want to be honest. I don't want to engage it. Again, I'm saying it's the audience who doesn't want to watch the new guys. They want to remain attached to the previous guys, but it is what it is. WWE is at a curveball where they need to realize they need new talent and they need to build up that hype. They are not able to build that hype right now. Like, the way they introduced the Shield,
Yeah.
like the Shield came in and destroyed everyone. That's how they earned the respect. No, you haven't seen anything happen like that since then.
I mean, they're trying to do it with. I don't know if you watch NXT. I'm a big fan, but they're trying to do it with Dark State, basically
They are that's what I'm saying. They're trying to do it with Dark State,
the
but they're
same
trying to
thing.
do that in NXT. You need to get that into Raw,
But they
to
can't
SmackDown.
transition. No, they're not giving them enough of a push. You
Yeah,
can't keep
that's
having
that's
small
what I'm.
arena NXTs, dude. You can't keep having it at Full Sail University the whole time, or in Orlando story in Orlando where they have the trainees workout. You have to see the performance center is a brilliant strategy, but in terms you got to get on the road. Yeah, look, they went on a PLE. What was it last month? They sold out the place. Yeah, you have to back. You have to back the brand. Yeah, they're clearly
That's
selling out the place. So back it.
that's what I'm saying. They're at a curveball where they need to realize what needs to happen right
I don't.
now because
I don't have any desire on reading this out loud, but okay.
you know the controversy about
Yeah,
Becky,
I
right?
know. Yeah, that lady sounded mental. I'm like, bro, what is it with these people? No wonder men decide to be single and avoid people like the plague, dude. You guys know what happened to Jayant after Rayo draw? Okay, so Blanco, I don't know if you're aware of it, but we are because we did streams after which, and we invited Jayant and all. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think Dhruv was there as well. He's gone back home. I don't
Yeah,
know when he's coming back. I
I
believe
think
he's
he's
not he's
gone.
not
He's
in
gone
Delhi
to his
right now,
village.
so he can't do anything,
He's
if I
gone to
remember
his
correct.
village. Village, what I recall. I
Yeah,
don't know,
exactly.
but this I don't think there's anything wrong with him or
No, no,
anything.
I
Hopefully,
believe he said it on stream as well, but just
yeah,
in
he's
case
gone
you
back.
weren't
He's gone
there,
back.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's gone back to his village.
If Randy Orton's on a part-time schedule, then it didn't make sense that Brock coming in WWE and just effed up Cena again. Matches meh, but now Brock is no. Brock, Roman, Randy, they're all on part-time schedules. Roman has been on a part-time schedule ever since they went out of that Orlando Dome, whatever that thing was called, because he got that diagnosis again, right? I don't want to say the word here,
Yeah.
no jinxing. So he has automatically decided he's going to slow down once the title reign ended, and that's so. To be fair to him, he's been very consistent. He is on a part-time schedule. Randy Orton, I remember 5 6 years ago before the pandemic, he did I think it was on WWE where he has basically explained that he has changed the way he trains. He's using scientific methods to keep his body. That's why he looks in the best shape, bro. Everyone else at 45, except maybe Triple H, they all didn't look great. Randy's looking as lean as he ever looked. In my opinion, I think Randy Orton's in the best shape now. I think he's better shape now than when he was in his 20s. Plus, he's put on all that muscle and he's looking that lean, so it's great. But he has been taking care of himself, and I think at the end of the day, he has a neck issue. So and he doesn't have many years left. So why risk it? Come here, make some fun matches, rest, recover, come back.
So
Rinse and
let's
repeat. Even Rey Mysterio at 50 years old, dude, he's wrestling more than these guys.
talk about
Rey
this,
Mysterio is
Nathan.
looking in great shape.
Nathan, who do you want John Cena's last match to be?
Edge.
That's going back in. Like, I don't think that'll happen because
Bro, it has to be Edge. We have to wrap it up. I think the clues were given at All Out and at I forgot which one Cena did that week because it was like days apart, right? If I remember, they both
so
had a pay-per-view days apart.
he wins or he loses.
I mean, if it's Edge, it doesn't make any difference because I think Edge is on a one-match contract. If it is somebody else, then he probably loses.
Yeah, but I think he loses. By I think he loses.
Anyway,
Not. I don't think it'll be Edge. I think it'll be someone younger, and he loses
what do you all think
because
about the new ones? What new ones, Ishan? Sorry, continue, Dhruv.
the
So what?
new ones, as in the new wrestlers, he's saying.
Uh, Complicated, Ishan. I'll tell you one thing though. Uh, the theme songs are an incredibly important part in for these new wrestlers because they have been stripped of all their creative aura since the Attitude Era. If you have an interactive song, you already get a push. Just ask Jey Uso. Jey Uso with his the way he speaks and his interactive song, that alone has given him God knows how many millions of followers since the push began. Justice for Finn Balor, another great example. Killing it in Japan, not killing it here when Shield was there. I mean, Shield is technically there still 2 out of 3. Dean Ambrose is doing fantastically in AEW. He's having high quality matches every week. So yeah, there's that. How do you guys think Bayern will go in the UC? According to what changes do they need to go for the title? I mean, listen, David James. As far as I'm concerned, I think barring some crazy kind of matchup, I think Bayern Munich at least go to semi-finals. What changes they need to make? Bayern Munich is not a team that buys in January. They're going to go with what they got, unless something incredibly happens. They're going to go with they're going to go with what they've got. Yes. Hold on, guys. Let Drew finish up his call. I'm sure it's important. Why didn't you stay back in Australia? Any specific reason? I think he's if I'm not mistaken, he's here for holiday. No, but if I'm not mistaken, CM, I'll ask him again. I'll favorite it and ask him. But I believe he can technically work from home, so I think he has decided to come back for a bit. Bro, it depends, nah. It depends on everybody's situation. Like if some people enjoy it, they don't need to come back home. Some people want to come back home, and work from home jobs really work out, man, that way. I have to say, for a lot of people. Do like the stream, guys, please. Do like the stream. I will catch up with the chat. I love the Shield, man, says Jugal. When Seth hit the chair on Roman's back, I literally cried. It. I was a kid and used to think it's real back then. Yeah, I mean, see, that's kind of why WWE will always be WWE. You know, no matter how old you are. Look at this. Look at this. Look at my stream yard. Back. We'll just go with it. Let's not break the flow. They effing want Undertaker and Shawn Michaels come back for Saudi Mania. Like, let them rest, man. Why do you think it'll tarnish their legacy? Because they will come back after seeing the paycheck. So the Shawn Michaels one is interesting because Shawn Michaels actually never had to leave. Obviously, the match stipulation had to leave, and then he did end up anyway coming back. To be fair, I believe, if I remember correctly, CM Punk, that the reason Undertaker left is because he finally wanted to do his hip, and when he decided to do his hip, he didn't want to. He didn't want to wrestle. He also kind of came back, I suppose, but the reason he stopped is because of his hip. I read that. What's up, Pranay? Good morning, Ash. Welcome back to Earth. Brock just returned to Smash Cena. Yeah, I mean, some of the storytelling's interesting, that's for sure. What do you all think about Logan Paul? I have to say, incredibly impressed. The athleticism is incredible. I don't know if you know this, but he used to wrestle in Ohio. Ohio is a very big wrestling state, and I don't know if he wrestled at Ohio State University. I guess I'd have to Google that to find out. But he and Jake Paul apparently wrestled when they were kids, and Ohio is a very, very competitive amateur wrestling scene. So the athleticism was there from the very beginning, and as we know, our amateur wrestlers do pretty well in WWE in terms of ability to pull off the moves. It's their promo skills that become a problem. And Logan Paul doesn't have that problem because he was a YouTuber before he became a pro wrestler. So it's phenomenal what he has done in a span of time. Are you good, Dhruv? All right.
Yeah. Sorry.
What do you all think about Logan Paul? What do you? I already gave my
I think
answer.
he's a showman. He's not a wrestler. I won't call him a wrestler. He's a showman. Looks good for WWE if you want to introduce influencers, YouTubers into the show. he can bring that outer world, the YouTube world, into the, like, merge it with WWE, but that is not something I would personally like. I want
Yeah.
WWE to be WWE. WWE superstars can be influencers, but when influencers become WWE superstars, that's where I draw the line. I don't want them.
But I am impressed with what he's able to do. What he's
Yeah,
able to do.
he's 100%, bro. 100%. Like, if we look at speed, just for that matter, that guy is an athlete, bro. He is doing it everywhere. He's doing everything everywhere. But I wouldn't put him in Olympics. Same way, I don't want to see him, like, see Logan Paul fighting for titles. There can be, like, you remember Big Show versus Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah,
Mayweather. Yeah, you remember that match?
I do
That
remember.
once in a while is fine, but what if Floyd Mayweather becomes a permanent roster superstar? That is not something you would want. I would want.
Fair enough. I think him and Bad Bunny in a hardcore match, that was impressive.
Yeah,
In Puerto Rico, bro, in Puerto Rico's crowd was incredible, dude. Incredible. They sang that song, his whatever his song is. The whole crowd sang it. That was too good, there. Too good.
plan from
This
a
is for you,
bachelor's
Dhruv.
abroad. I'm shortlisting countries like Germany, France, UK, Spain, Italy. Do you think the finance sector in Europe is best for opportunities? No. The answer is no. Mistake. The finance sector right now is not. It depends upon what kind of finance sector you want to go into. If you want to go into investment banking and stuff like that, not really. Like, they are not very open to having new people right now with the kind of finance system right now in place. Go to US if you have the money. If you are instilled on Europe, Germany is more of a, you can go to Germany. Don't go to UK for sure.
I agree. Uh, I feel I relate to struggling players with environment because I lost 2 years in an environment not for me. I got out of the uni to be in my home. I'll tell you what the difference is, Lavanya, between players and between a student in a university in a foreign land. I assume you're talking about in a foreign land, or maybe not in your state, maybe completely different. But the first difference is, and I'll give you an example. Nick Woltermatter did it. Nick Woltermatter said, "I don't have a girlfriend. I got my 3 friends who have been supporting me since we were kids to move to Newcastle with me," which means he's basically taking care of them, which means he has the money to do it, which is fine, right? I'm sure they are working here, whatever, but he's convinced them to come to Newcastle. Don't know if you know the weather on Newcastle, but Newcastle's weather is not fantastic. Even the Geordies will tell you that. So to convince people to come to a terrible weather in a foreign land where you don't know anyone, it can be done if you have the financial means to support it. So struggling players to an environment, and what you have done, you have probably taken a loan. Your parents probably expect you to excel there no matter what because of whatever they have sacrificed. And you don't know what to expect because you're probably in a hostel with people you don't like, or at least some of them you don't like, with rules you wouldn't follow because you're used to living at home. Everything is changed. Whereas a footballer can control the environments they're in. That is why we are pissed off at some of our United players, because they have the means to create a bubble for themselves to keep themselves protected, and they don't. They do the opposite. Um, I don't know if Dhruv completely agrees with me or not, but I think that is a big difference when you have your own
Something,
money to do whatever you want
you
and
know,
you're relying
something
on bank
always,
loans and stuff.
something that
Different.
always doesn't sit right with me is how many burglaries there are happening with Raheem Sterling. Only
Yeah.
got attacked twice.
Yeah.
You earn the money,
Yeah.
which, like, you puts you in top 2-3% of the world. Still, you can't have a security system or security personnel at your home guarding your family.
Yeah.
There's a argument that that doesn't happen in Western countries, this
Yeah.
that, but it happens with money. With When you put in the money, there is always a security company
Yeah.
that can take care of you. Why
Exactly.
don't they do that?
They don't do that. Exactly. I was just going to say that is another great example of how they can control the environment. Right. But when you're a student, you don't know who's going to be a bully. You don't know who's going to be against you in different ways. You don't know if people are jealous of you if you're a good student. You have no control over it, especially if you live in the hostels, which I assume you did, Lavanya. If you live in the hostel, so you have no control. At least if you go to school somewhere, no, you can bounce. Once you bounce, you can do whatever you want for the rest of your day. But then, if you're taking bank loans, if you're living in a hostel somewhere else, they might have their own rules. You can't be out after 10, you can't get your friends over, whatever the rules are. So you are tied immediately by money. Whereas these players, they are not. They're just not. Whatever they are getting paid, no, they are getting paid more than already everybody they know. Whatever the contract is, they'll never see that money per month. Almost everybody they know, all their friends, whatever business they're doing, per week they get paid in football. So you have the control. You can control your own destiny. As a student, you can't. Your destiny is in the hands of everybody: the teachers, the principal, your classmates, the people, the security that runs your building, so they don't harass you if in case something happens. You have no control over anything. So it is a little, I you might understand it, Lavanya, but I feel like your job is a lot harder than their job, because you have no control over the extenuating circumstances. Whereas footballers have control of everything. Bro, some footballers get paid so much they can buy the whole row of houses, forget their own house. They can put their family right next to them and be completely protected for the rest of their life. They
You
can
know,
get 24/7
you know what
security. They can do
Zuckerberg
anything.
did? He bought 40 surrounding houses near his house in last 7 years just to build a bubble.
Bill Gates bought what 10,000 acres of land in various states in the US. The people do that, yeah. They want to control their life. Gunther's the most likely final opponent of Cena. He's going to have a new character like Randy had legend killer Gunther. I hope Gunther doesn't come to. Gunther's too physical. The match won't carry on. The match won't be good. I don't think the match will be. Not because Gunther is bad, but because Cena is too tired to take that kind of physical match, bro. Yeah, bro. Did you see the CM Punk Cena match,
Yeah.
bro? I wanted to cry. I don't know which was more disappointing. One is a ring general, but he's too old. The other one has a limited skill set, but he's too old. And they both put each other in the main event. And I'm like, bro, this is going to be a long match. And it was a long match, Dhruv. It was a long match, dude, to watch. It was almost painful, which is a sad thing to say, because you actually hope they're going to pull out a classic. But they are in their 40s, dude. They aren't going to pull out any classic. They aren't. They just are not. And Gunther, bro, I mean, Gunther, I don't know, man. Dhruv,
You
what do
know,
you
the
think about
big
Gunther
thing,
and
big
Cena?
one thing I'll put out here is, how the streak broke for Undertaker, that physically he couldn't continue that match against Brock Lesnar. That's one of the saddest things to happen, bro. Like if Undertaker had to carry on that streak and he couldn't physically continue that
Yeah,
match and he lost the streak, 21 years went in vain with that just one
yeah.
thing. You don't want wrestlers to continue wrestling after a certain age just because of that. Like, you don't want them to be not able to provide you what you want to watch. I, like my personal, I want Cena's last match to be a I quit match. But I know he doesn't have it in him. He hasn't been doing WWE continuously like for
Yeah,
5 6 years now. He doesn't have it in him to do a I quit match. He'll
I agree.
be like bruised after the match, and that is not something that can happen. So it's like, it's once the age is done, you need to slow down, and people need to have their expectations in line as well. I don't agree with this, Jugal. That was not, that was not fake.
No, no, it wasn't. It was not fake. No, I think he meant WWE is fake. I think that's what he meant. Sorry,
No, no,
we misunderstood.
WWE
No,
is
because
fake. Yeah.
no, no, I think that's what he's saying. By the time he wanted to get back into it, he was
Oh,
like he's saying, yeah, I never found my interest in WWE again. Yeah, if
when
you
did you
want
find out, Nathan, it's scripted?
early 2000s.
Like at what age?
I had my doubts, but by the time I was 18, I definitely knew.
Same around, I think 16, 18, I found out like, yeah, they write a script and this is how it is done.
Oh, there's some fun questions coming up here. Yappers, regular in the chat. Nate, can you tell me something? Why the FMI getting sad just because last night I saw Ronaldo last time in Europe? I don't know, but my eyes got watery themselves. Well, two reasons. One is that could be the last time you see Ronaldo play at home. The second reason is, the career, international career is coming to an end and nobody can be bothered to watch the Saudi Arabian League. No matter what people tell you, no matter what people say, that is the truth. And they are basically, I believe it's all but confirmed this will be the last tournament, Messi and Ronaldo. So I feel as it
Ronaldo
gets
has
too close,
confirmed it. Ronaldo has
yeah.
confirmed it.
So as they get closer and closer and the friendlies and the qualifiers run out, there's just a tournament left. And then every game just depends. You're in that moment. There is nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. That's the month left. You know exactly when he's going to retire. Whereas some people, they spend the whole season and you don't know if they'll extend or they'll retire or whatnot. He's basically all but confirmed. He said he's going to play 2-3 more years. I assume he's going to play with his son one season, like LeBron did with his son. Um, I assume that is why he's saying 2-3 years. He doesn't need to be here anymore. He's already
I think he'll
owns.
continue at club level, but not at country level.
I believe he owns close to 30% of Al Nassr with the new deal he signed. So he's already an owner, which is kind of crazy being an owner and playing in the same club.
Yeah.
People have invested in other clubs. It's a little crazy owning the same club you play in, but I mean, I suppose it's Ronaldo type things, isn't it? Disconnects from. Oh wait, I read that. Look at Sterling. Blood is complaining about not playing while getting paid 300k per week. Some people don't get 300k in their entire lives. He's not playing because they're absolutely crap. Yeah, Ishad said something really funny yesterday. He was like, Sterling's retired. I'm like, Sterling's not retired, dude. He's at Chelsea right now getting paid. And he's the most expensive player. That's why I laughed when Ishan was like, he's retired. I'm like, dude, he's not retired.
He's not retired.
He's
just not playing. We are also paying Sancho a hefty salary for not even playing at Aston Villa, bro.
Yes, we know this. Brock Lesnar, no matter how awkward he looks with his hair, he's still a wrestling purist, thank God.
No,
Here we go.
CM
This
Punk,
is
the
it.
thing is.
No, answer that first. We'll answer that first, yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, Brock never said yes. It was like Undertaker couldn't physically get up after that F1, like F5, whatever was that. After, I think, duplex. After the duplex, what I'm saying, duplex, bro. What is happening with me? Yeah, after the suplex, he couldn't get up, and he was like, he should have broken that pin, but he couldn't, and that is how the streak ended. That's why there was a genuine reaction from Paul Heyman.
Are you basically telling us you're looking to buy a house, Dhruv? Have you leaked you're interested in buying a house because you said duplex?
No, bro. I used to live in a duplex in Australia. That's why I said duplex.
JDM Islam, who do you have? You watch? You watch UFC? I'll sum it up quickly then. I don't know how many people here watch UFC. So JDM, I saw the face-off today. They did a press conference before the match. Islam's looking bigger, but that's because he doesn't have to cut weight. But JDM is clearly bigger than him because JDM still has to cut weight to get to 170 pounds. Islam is willing to strike with JDM, but I don't think it's a good idea. I think JDM has the much crisper boxing and he has the longer frame. And if Islam stands up too long, I think he might get head kick knocked out. But I think what Islam should do is he should straight away wrestle, man. He shouldn't engage. He shouldn't try to think it's a Poirier match. He shouldn't think it's a Volkanovski match, who, by the way, is from Australia. I'm sure you've heard of him, Dhruv. Alexander Volkanovski and Jack Della Maddalena are both Australian UFC champions. Quite popular.
Heard, yeah, but ever watched, no.
Yeah. So no, I mean he has a YouTube channel where he kind of cooks. So it's actually, even if you don't watch, you might enjoy it. So I favor JDM just because he's the natural welterweight. But if Islam Makhachev, which we actually funny enough talked about yesterday, Razadka, if Islam Makhachev wins, he might be better than Khabib. It's kind of funny you brought it up. We actually spoke something similar. There was a hot take and I compared it to that. So yeah. But yeah, Undertaker is the GOAT. Okay, yes. before we go forward. Rank WWE stars for you
Hmm.
all time. So now we'll keep it simple. Okay. This is what Americans do. So let's stick to it because it's a very simplified process. Your Mount
Top
Rushmore of professional wrestling. In other words, your top four. No
top
need for
four.
a rank, but your top four. Whichever way your rank is, it doesn't matter. But top four.
John Cena, Undertaker, Stone Cold, and
Hmm.
The Rock.
Ooh, you missed out one, but I think that one's before a little bit before your time. But I almost agree with you.
Hulk Hogan
Um,
or
no. I mean, it's a good shout, but no. Stone Cold, Rock, Undertaker, and for me, one of my personal favorites, Bret the Hitman Hart.
yeah, Bret Hart. I thought, but like
Technical,
way
man.
I
Technical.
saw him. I saw him when he came back. I didn't see him in his prime. I saw him when he came back. He had a fight with Shawn Michaels. I know about him, but didn't see him in his prime.
Bro, in the mid 90s. I mean, I didn't watch it live either, but the matches he had with Shawn Michaels were incredible. In early 2000, Nathan was 18 years old. No, well, no, I was answering like I was rough. I actually don't remember the year. That's why I told Dhruv. By the time I was 18, I knew because even I actually don't know which year it is to be fair. So I don't want to just say any number for the sake of it. But yeah,
Yes, similarly, bro. I think I knew it when the streak broke. I was in class 10th or 11th. I knew it by then because I got to know it specifically thanks to social media because there are so many clips and this and that. Otherwise, it would have been very hard to know that this is scripted. If there was no social media, there was no BTS and things like
that's
that.
why I can't watch that Netflix thing, dude. I don't want it to. They'll completely ruin it. I don't know why people are so excited that has come out. They'll completely ruin the whole thing. I don't even know, bro. Vince would have never agreed to that. Vince would have never agreed to that, dude. It doesn't matter how much money you pay him. He would have never agreed to it.
But the
Um,
fact is, Nathan, you need to realize that now people actually know that it's scripted, right?
no,
With
the way
like,
it's scripted now to detail. Why do you have to tell everyone everything? Right at the end of the day, like Ruben Amarim's not going to tell everyone his minute 1 to minute 90 tactics.
hmm,
Every game, right? Why would you do that? That tape is out there. You'll know for the rest of as long as he's a coach in your league, you'll know what he can do. That's what I
yeah,
mean. Like that, we all scripted, and the way it's been scripted is a completely different thing. No?
true, true.
Good luck with your CA, Jugal. Jugal saying he wanted to go abroad but did not have the finances, but he's currently doing CA. And then you can go abroad for holidays when you crack it, dude. You don't need to study. Good for
So
you.
crack CA, okay, go and then just apply for a job in Australia. You just have to give an exam. Your life is sorted. You don't have to pay a nickel from your pocket to go to that country. Get settled if you really want to.
And Australian ladies are stunning, dude. If that's any kind of motivation for you.
Bro. Okay, I'll tell you a funny story. Okay, this is me first time ever visiting a non-Indian land. Also, okay, first
Yeah.
foreign trip ever is when I'm actually going to Australia.
Okay.
Between COVID, like just COVID is just ended. I'm going to Australia, and I'm going for my uni. Okay, first day I go there, and just people drop me off the place I was staying at. I meet my friends. I stay up. Next day I have to go to the biggest mall in Southern Hemisphere. Okay, that is Chatston, and I go there with my friend and Nathan. I tell you, we couldn't keep our eyes like this up. We were like our heads were down because it was like we have never seen something like that, and almost everyone was like that fit or that hot, and we were like, bro, this is unacceptable,
Unacceptable.
because we haven't
Yeah.
seen it, and we are
Yeah, of
like, this is
course.
like too much of husn in one view, bro, for us.
You
And we were
you
just
you
like,
you were basically like Arnie Slot when the owners decided to spend the money
yeah,
this
bro.
season.
Yeah, I was like this because you don't, especially being from India, how everyone looks
Yeah.
at us. It's like If
Yeah.
we even look at someone, they're like, why is this guy staring at us? We are not even staring, bro. We are just looking here
Yeah.
and there, and yeah. So that's a concept there as well. Like with Indians, it is everywhere now, unfortunately. So you don't want to get into that rapport as well, like you are staring at them or anything, and then
Yeah.
but it was like we couldn't keep our heads up. We had to keep it heads down and just walk,
Yeah.
get our work done. But then 2 years later, I was with my uni finishing. I was working in a Woolworths. That's a supermarket. I used to work at the deli there. Okay, so I
Wow.
was
Yeah.
like,
You were handling meat at such a young age.
yeah, bro, I was, and I'm telling you about the meat. So Woolworths, where I was there, I was in Saint Kilda. Saint Kilda is the beach area. It's peak summers in December at Australia,
Oh boy.
and people there are topless.
Are
Topless,
you
man.
serious?
Yeah, bro.
It's that
There
kind of
comes,
beach. Okay.
yeah, there it's not about the beach. People usually go topless. They don't care in
Isn't
Australia.
it? Isn't it like a like because in Europe even it's the same thing, but there are sections, right? It's like it's
No,
not
no,
like the
no.
whole thing, right?
It's
No.
it's
Okay.
no whole things. If there are some people who do it, you can't say anything about that to them. There
Mhm.
walks in a woman, and she's not wearing any piece of clothing. She comes to the deli. I am handling chicken, and she asks for two breasts specifically.
Oh, that's a good one. If you have a
And
sense of humor.
bro, my hands were shaking, but I didn't look up. I just gave the two chicken breasts, and she went. And I was like, bro, this
You were
kind of
helpful.
thing. Yeah, bro, I was working there. They would have fired me if I.
You're supporting the community, dude. It's okay.
Yeah, but bro, that so in those 2 years, but I got comfortable. I knew this kind of shit could happen. But the first day, bro, first day was, oh,
I mean, listen, yeah, there is something to be said about people taking care of themselves.
yeah,
I
of
mean,
course,
I hear
of
what you're saying,
course.
but it's also just it just shows you that people are outdoorsy. They're not hiding at home. They're not sitting in the kitchen the whole day. They are taking care of themselves. They're
Hmm.
doing other things. They're being independent, and in some countries that is a quite an attractive thing. And in some countries they'll think you're the devil. It is what it
True.
is. It depends on where you are. So yeah.
That is
Islam
true.
grappling his shit out of him. Yeah, Bilal should have done that, but he didn't. Yappers. Let's see. Have you seen how Bruno plays in Portugal? Ronaldo carried them for years and years, took them to play. They can't kick him out now. He'll go when he wishes to. He's going here. He's going. Okay, can I just show you? Wait, it's not the time yet, right? Because you need to have dinner now before we go to your stream. By the way, guys. By the way,
Yeah.
I have linked his channel. We are going to talk about United. We are going to have enough fun now. We are going to be serious. All the serious people are going to show up in an hour. We'll just do 10 minutes, guys. I'm sorry I couldn't come with take all your comments, but of course, we have to be focused on the guest today because it is an introductory episode. Hopefully, we've answered whatever people wanted to hear, but we will be cutting this short simply because we're going to take a break and then join Dhruv's channel. Because if that goes late, then we won't be eating food. And I don't know about Dhruv, but I need to eat.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. You
so
need to
yeah,
eat, man.
uh, yeah. So what we are going to do is I'm just going to quick fire these and answer whatever you feel comfortable. Some people are saying Austin Rock Taker Hogan. Fair enough. Doesn't even taking Charles comment all rate so hard. No man, why? Why? It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, let everyone have it. Come on, Bret Hart. Listen, bro. I mean, you have to be old enough. But you can ask anyone who enjoys technical wrestling. He was elite. He wasn't just good. He was elite.
Yeah, that's the thing, but I didn't see him that much, so I can't
Exactly. Of
comment.
course. Of
That's the thing.
course. Yeah. Of course, it has to be realistic. You have to watch it for it to have an impact on you. You can't just put a name there because then that people will say
Literally,
Bruno San Martino, dude. Even my father wasn't
bro, I
alive to
get
watch
it.
him wrestle.
See,
You
bro,
know?
literally, bro. I get Shawn Michaels has to be there, but it is
Yeah,
a top four. I won't have like I can't take out John Cena
yeah,
because I know personally half of the Indian fans actually are just
yeah.
WWE fans because of John Cena.
John Cena.
Rock and Austin, what they did during that PG era or before that PG era, they actually carried WWE when
Yeah,
they were not getting TRPs.
yeah,
Okay, so these three I cannot take out. And then Undertaker is Undertaker because he's the legend of the game. He was there throughout. So these four for me are there just because of the way WWE is known. I would say better PR for sure, but again, they got the skills as well. If you have to talk about skillful wrestlers who's a better wrestler and shit like that, then it's not WWE. You better have to talk about UFC. WWE is about entertainment.
Yeah. Also, I don't think Austin had a good skill set either. To be fair, so
Yeah, nah, man.
you'll be having to pick some
You know,
random technical
he
wrestlers to guess.
he just had aura, nothing else.
Yeah, absolutely. No chance of a January departure. Mistake everybody, guys. Go to Drew's channel, like, share, and subscribe. All your United. I'm sorry we're not talking about United, but that was the plan today. Go to his channel in 9:30 IST. We will read all this because we are going to be talking about Premier League. Okay, sorry about it, but that's the plan today. It was always the plan today, so we'll keep it that way. The only reason top four because Vince pushes us for 10 straight and people after some time accepted when it's done on Roman since 2015, everyone turned on it. Matthew, I'll tell you one fun fact. He would have been even more popular if he kept rapping because the real heat he got was when he rapped, not when he was a make a wish guy. If you go back in time, I don't know where you would possibly find the unedited versions of it. But if you go the promos he used to cut before wrestling because of his rap, that only was good enough. If he did that today, no, you would have had 10 times the subscribers, followers, fans, because of how people enjoy rage baiting people these days and trolling and meme culture. Believe me, John Cena would have been even bigger now if they were allowed to do that. His rapping game. I don't know what Dhruv thinks about that, but to me, when I
True,
think of
bro.
John Cena, I think about Doctor of Thugonomics, backwards cap, the local NBA or NFL jersey, and a cutting promo before he wrestles. That's what I think of all the time.
I
What do you
think
think, Dhruv?
yeah, that's true, bro. John Cena, that Kurt Angle thing, bro, when he walked out, that is generational
Exactly.
debut. That is it's John Cena is about the movements. He has given so many movements. That 2008 Royal Rumble comeback, that WrestleMania 25 picking up Edge and Big Show and giving them a few
Exactly.
together. That entrance at WrestleMania 25 where there were like hundreds of John Cena's and then he finally comes out. Then versus The Rock, two matches versus The Rock. I think he has given so many moments, bro. Versus Nexus, when there was a Randy Orton versus John Cena Iron Man match. Then there was I Quit matches versus The Miz versus The Edge.
Was
Too
it
many
when
of
John Cena threw no Big Show threw John Cena through that big light? Remember
yeah.
by the stage? That was crazy.
The
Um,
only thing in throughout his career I didn't personally like was when he had the last man standing versus Batista and he tied him with the pole. He
yeah.
tied Batista's legs with the pole. From there, he actually started getting a lot of heat because we wanted John Cena to fight and not take these shortcuts.
What is being Sarangi Vivek? Being Sarangi, guys, do follow him. Arsenal fan. It's nice to see you, buddy. It's been a while. Rock versus Goldberg be pretty cool, tha. Fair enough. Watching a chill stream in ages. Yeah, doing one in ages as well, Vivek. Doing one in ages as well. My worst Randy moment was when Brock opened his head with elbows. Bro, that was not that is as they like to call in the business. That was a shoot, not a work. But yeah.
Mistake, I'll tell
Any
you just
Hmm.
before Nathan takes the chat
Yeah,
only,
yeah.
I'll tell you. So, investment banking is not a career, it's just a umbrella term. There are thousands of jobs under investment banking and areas where you want to go. But if in general you want to work in that umbrella, go to US or stay in India, work your ass off in India and get into the back end and then finally get promoted somewhere out. Otherwise, go to US if you really want to work for the top firm. Otherwise, there's no point of wasting money trying to enter into a financial field when you don't want to go to the temple of finance, which is US. Europe is not that
Let's say Singapore
expensive.
is also okay, right? Is it Singapore or Hong Kong? I
Singapore,
don't know. Which one is it?
you have to get a job within 2-3 weeks of completing your uni. That's the issue, and there are not
Yeah.
many jobs. And if he wants to settle, US is a better place to settle. Even don't go
Correct.
to Australia for finance. I'll tell you very honestly, there's a very different financial sector in Australia.
Raz Hatka is given a top four. Not everyone has. Hardy, Randy, Cena, Shane. I'm assuming he means Jeff Hardy.
Randy, Cena, and Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon, bro, never
Bro,
in top
Shane
four.
McMahon, bro.
He's a
If
good
we're talking
wrestler.
about entertainment, if we're talking about entertainment highlights,
Entertainment, yeah.
hmm,
If entertainment we're talking about, I'll take Kofi Kingston in top four, bro.
no,
What
but
he
no,
used
no,
to do,
but
bro.
entertainment highlights for a non-wrestler, bro. You
Yeah,
have
for a
to put him in a different tier.
non-wrestler is
Has to
definitely a
be.
thing.
Legend, no? No
So
Germany or
no,
France
you can
even.
go to
No
Germany,
France, bro. No
you
France period
can,
unless you are going to
yeah,
open a winery, dude.
No France, but you can
Unless
go
you're
to
opening-
Germany. But again, you need to learn German there, stay there. Depends upon the weather and a lot of things, bro. You want to upgrade your quality of life. You don't want to upgrade your quality of life. You want friends, don't want friends. A lot of things. It's just not about the course. If it's
France,
just
no
about the
chance,
course,
baby. No
it's
chance. France for
there are
me is a
too many
no.
things.
I don't know about Dhruv. France, I wouldn't go.
France, I won't go. I won't go. In general, I think I have found France to be very rude, and I've heard
Yeah,
also it is very rude. If you don't know French, you don't know French,
yeah.
bro.
Anyway, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. I feel like I'm getting botted for some reason, so I'm just going to get out of here. 112 watching, which I find a little. Oh yeah, I am. Take care, guys. I will see you in the next one. Dhruv, in 1 hour, 9:30. Channel is linked in the description below. I will see you there. Take care, guys,
Done.
and I'll see you in the next one.
Mystic, come to my stream. We'll talk, bro. No worries.
Done.
At 9:30.
Done.
Bye bye.